Hello, students and educators. We are so excited to have you join us for Career Exposure Week. My name is Chelsea Hunt. I am the Executive Director of Work-Based Learning and Industry Engagement at the State Department, and I will be your moderator for this session. We will hear from our guest speaker, Lynae Greely, Quality Lead at Dell EMC, and then we will have a Q&A session that I will help field any questions to Lynae. This will be an interactive session. So please, if you have any questions, use your microphone, use your chat box, and it will be recorded and housed within the 2020 Oklahoma Career Exposure Week module online. Also, we will send out links to the recorded sessions to everyone who registered and via our agency newsletters. Please join me in welcoming Lynae Greely, Quality Lead at Dell EMC.
Well, good morning, everybody. Like Chelsea said, my name is Lynae Greely, and I am the Quality Lead Manager here at Dell in Oklahoma City. And to give you a little bit about my background and my past, you're going to wonder how I got to Dell when I tell you what my degree is in. My degree is in public relations and graphic communications, but I've always had a passion for helping people, which is really what brought me to Dell. I had been in oil and gas for 10 years, and there was a downturn, so I was laid off and was looking at different companies, have done help desk management for years and years, and came to Dell and really saw that they were looking to hire folks that wanted a career, wanted to build their career, and really wanted to see people succeed. So that was the biggest thing that drew me here is the passion for helping people succeed in their careers. So a lot of when I go out and I'm talking to students and we're looking for people to hire, people talk about, well, what is it that you need? You know, I'm not that computer savvy. We're looking for folks that have a technical aptitude. So you don't have to be a computer genius and know every single component and part and things like that. We're looking for someone who has a technical aptitude. They're interested in computers. They're interested in the mechanics of it. We're looking for people that have excellent customer service skills. We can teach you the technical, but we can't teach you to care. And first and foremost, we're looking for folks that have a real thirst for knowledge and want to learn. And they're going to look at coming to Dell as a career, not just a job. You know, one of the things that I said earlier is I have a passion for helping people grow. And that's one of the things that I would say to everybody when you're looking for a career is find your passion and then turn that into your career so it won't be so much like work. In all honesty, that's really going to help you out a lot. Some of the things that we do at Dell to help get you prepared for a job here is we do that in-depth technical training because, again, you may have a technical aptitude, but not that computer savvy with components and things like that. So we take you through in-depth 6-week training. Promise it's not death by PowerPoint. It's very, very interactive. We have you on the phones. We have people helping. I know a lot of people hear about the stereotypical IT groups where if I have all this knowledge, it's mine, so I know more and I'm better than you. Here it is so open and collaborative. Everybody wants their colleagues to succeed. So if somebody is struggling, they're going to stop and they're going to help. Dell is so much more than computers. It's the collaboration, it's the helping each other. We go out and we give back to the community through team builders as well. So we're helping the community that way. I know that a lot of schools are doing giving back programs as well. So we try to align there. We also embrace diversity. And we want people to be themselves when they come in. Again, it goes back to if you can be yourself, you're going to learn more and you're going to succeed more. Do we have any questions so far? Okay. Going back to some of the things that you need and that computer aptitude and things like that. A lot of people ask, do you have to have certifications? Well, certifications and things like that are great. Don't have to have them. That's something that we will help you with. Again, we want to see folks succeed in their careers, not just a job. We've talked a little bit about the culture. Dell is a contact center, not a call center, there's a difference. We're taking inbound calls. And again, you know, we're talking about different things that we have here at Dell and different things that you need in terms of careers. We're not just taking inbound support calls. We take inbound support calls. We take sales calls. And a lot of people are like, sales, ooh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to pick up the phone and call. But it's still very technical. And there are things that you can do where you're not picking up the phone and doing cold calling and not taking those inbound calls. We get that not everybody wants to be on the phone for their entire career. So there's a lot of room for growth and opportunity. You just have to be open to it and be willing to try new things. One of the young ladies that I interviewed 2 years ago wanted to go into medicine, and she was all about, you know, going down that career path. And we were asking her some technical questions, and she said, I don't know, because I don't know the inner workings of the computer, but I'm going to relate it to, you know, what I've done in biomed. And she was talking about neurons and things like that. It's a logical thought process, and that's really what we're looking for. So if you've got a logical thought process, you can work well with customers, you're going to succeed. Any questions? You guys are so quiet.
How much money do you make?
Well, folks starting off, start off at about $18 an hour in the call center or contact center, taking inbound customer support calls. I see another hand, couldn't tell.
What kind of insurance do you get?
We've got medical, dental, vision, 401k, and everything starts on day one, which is really unheard of because a lot of companies make you wait anywhere from 30 to 90 days to get all those benefits. And paying for them yourselves gets pretty costly.
Do you get discount Dell stuff?
Yes, we do.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Alienware too. I mean, if you're into gaming, Alienware too.
That's expensive stuff.
I know it is. It's silly. So do you guys have any questions about like what it's like here, like the culture, things like that?
Your question.
What is it like there, like the culture?
Where did I hear that before? The environment is very open. So I often tell people, like when we interview, we bring them through and let them kind of look around. There are no offices. I'm in what is called a team room. So there's a door, but everybody has the same size cube. Even like our senior vice president has the same size cube as somebody who's taking calls on the floor. So very open. When we've had folks come through for tours, they ask if we're really allowed to have personal things out, because some people have toys and bobbleheads and, you know, all sorts of fun like anime and things like that out there. And yeah, again, I talked about embracing diversity, and we want people to be themselves and to feel comfortable. We spend a lot of time. You're going to spend a lot of time at your job, so you need to feel comfortable when you're there, and it needs to be a good environment for you. And that's something that I would say to all of you when you go to interview, is think about you're interviewing the company. You're interviewing the company that you're interviewing with just as much, because if you get a weird vibe or a weird feeling, make sure you look at that. That might be something that you need to look further into.
Is there a lot of diversity in the office? Like is there a lot of women and also a lot of different races?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We have a group of Aztec students, and it's part of an apprentice program. And I'm very proud of this, because of the 9 students that we have, 7 of them are females. So I think that's a big win right there. But yeah, we embrace diversity. Absolutely embrace it. We've got employee resource groups as well that that help with that. So different groups. There's there's a Women in Action group. We've got a Gen Next group. It's a great way to network, get to know folks, because I've talked a lot about we want you to succeed in your career. It's not just a job. By doing this networking, you're meeting mentors, you're meeting other people in other groups, and finding out what other areas you might like. You know, I hear from a lot of people, oh, I think this is in technology, this is really, really cool. But then you start finding out, you know what, maybe servers aren't as cool as I thought they were, or maybe, you know what, I really like virtualization and I like that team a little bit better. I mesh with them better. You know, so you start looking at things like that. But through the networking and the employee resource groups is where you start to meet these people you wouldn't otherwise.
Is there a dress code there?
That's kind of a funny question. And I laugh because, I mean, in any company, there's going to be a dress code. You know, like you can't wear shirts that are offensive and things like that. But in terms of, do you have to wear a suit every day? Absolutely not. We have one gentleman who, I don't care how cold it is, comes in shorts every day. We had snow a year ago, and he came in shorts, and I looked at him and said, I think you're going to catch pneumonia. And he said, well, I have a sweatshirt on. So there's really no dress code. If we have people in from Round Rock, which is near Austin where our corporate headquarters are, we ask that people dress a little bit nicer and clean up their areas. But if somebody wanted to wear jeans every day, they could.
What is your guys' age requirement?
18 with a high school diploma.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Because you do your own training, that's why.
How much do you guys like? What are your work hours?
We are a 24/7, 365 operation. So, but in Oklahoma City, we start taking calls at 6 o'clock in the morning, and our last shift ends at 2:30 in the morning. So mostly those people that are working like the 5:30 P to 2:30 A shift are going to work from home. And we take phone calls, we take emails, and we take chats, just depending on which team you're on. But we do have our folks in Round Rock, they take the 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. shift. So there's some crossover too. And there are people in the building because of our enterprise group, and the enterprise group is anything you'd find in a data center. So server, storage, all that kind of fun stuff. They're taking calls as well, and they've got an overnight crew that are actually here physically in the building. But most of the overnight people work from home.
Is everyone there like a full-time thing, or is there a part-time?
We only have full-time, unfortunately. But we are working on, I met with some folks last Friday, I think it was, working on internships. So that might be something in the future, just not right now.
Can you bring animals?
We have service animals here, yes. Service dogs. But in terms of like, could you bring just a cat or an iguana or something? No. I mean, I guess if it was a service animal, you'd have to go through HR on that if it wasn't a dog, but.
Do you guys have snacks?
Do we have snacks?
How do you provide snacks?
We do actually, when we have high service levels, and that's an inbound calls coming in, we bring in lunches. So you're on 30-minute lunches, and then at the end of the quarter and things like that, we do things for the agents to let them know that they're appreciated. So sometimes they'll do Sonic happy hours. Sometimes they'll go to Sam's and just get all sorts of stuff and walk carts around. We do a lot for the employees.
Do any positions require a degree or anything along those lines?
Like a college degree?
Yes, ma'am.
None of the positions here in Oklahoma City do. Round Rock, which I said is near Austin, is our corporate headquarters, and there will be positions there that would require a college degree. And that's the cool thing too, is if you start off, you know, kind of in the contact center, taking calls, learning about Dell, learning about what we do. We're a global company, and you can move anywhere.
Our internet glitched a little bit, so that's
Oh,
what's
Lynae, this is
Yeah.
Chelsea. I have a question for you.
Sure.
So for high school students, are there certain courses that they should take that would help better prepare them to be in a career in IT?
I would say anything that is technical. Like I said, we're looking for technical aptitude. Don't have to get really in depth in terms of that, but just beginning type computer classes, things like the A+ certification, hardware and software. Those are good things. Knowing operating systems, knowing how computers work and operate. Those are always good things.
And we had a question again. What is your job title, Lynae?
My job title is, it sounds a lot fancier than it is. It's a senior manager, client and data center support.
Lynae, it's Chelsea again. You mentioned about gaming, so the gaming industry and how that ties into IT. Do you see that as something that's going to be booming in the coming years? And what would be your recommendation for students who are interested right now in that gaming industry?
I would say there are a lot of good good classes for gaming. We have one individual who does have we talked about degrees as well, and we have an individual here who has a degree, and that's what she wants to do eventually, but she started off here. She's been on the phones for about 2 years, and now she's looking to make a move to Round Rock to do a little bit more with her degree and see where it goes from there. You know, we don't have like a gaming department, but we do have graphic communications, we've got marketing, things like that. So her degree would easily translate into one of those.
Thank you. Students, do we have any more questions for Lynae?
Where did she start?
Where did Miss Lynae start? Like at Dell?
Where did I start at Dell? I started as a frontline manager with a team of agents that were taking calls. And I will have my 4-year anniversary with Dell in June. And I'm really one of the newbies with 4 years in. Most of the folks here have 20 plus. Goes back to building a career. But I've made 3 moves since I've been here in 4 years.
What made you want to start at Dell?
It was my passion for helping people grow their careers. I came to Dell and I interviewed, and they had a board of people who had gotten certifications and had moved on and things like that. And I saw that, and I said, wow, you know, a lot of companies say we want to help promote from within and we want people to help grow their careers. And here it was right in front of me. I saw it. And Dell is actually doing that, and I see it every day, which is why I talk about people who have been here for, you know, 15, 20 years.
How many people do you hire a year?
Oh my goodness. Last year, it was right around 180 that were hired, and we had about 100 promotions last year. And we hire based on class time, so usually in January and March and August, and then again in October. But we never just hire one person, we hire a class that comes in.
Lynae, this is Chelsea. We had a student ask a question in a chat box,
Okay.
and they're curious to know, do you or does Dell EMC make video games?
Not that I'm aware of. Just the Alienware that we've talked about that everybody loves and is expensive.
Thank you. Are there any final questions for Lynae today? Okay, well, Lynae, I want to thank you so very much for presenting with us today. And students and educators, thank you so much for joining us for Career Exposure Week. Please join us tomorrow. We're excited to have some more information on construction. So if you haven't registered, sign up today. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.